In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Look at that sky. It's so beautiful. Now, today I want to talk about the heaven. God created an atmosphere that was good, and it's still good as long as we don't pollute it. This atmosphere was designed to support our life. So Genesis 1:1 reminds us in the beginning that God He created the heaven and the earth. And He created human beings and animals and insects that depend on the oxygen in the atmosphere. Plants depend on the carbon dioxide. And without the components of the air going into our lungs and bodies, and of course into plants, we would not be able to live naturally. It would have to take a supernatural miracle for us to live. So because this air is so vital, now I want you to think about this. Air is more important than food or water. Why? Well, air, if you do not have a supply of air for more than a few minutes, you will die. You'll become dead. And if you don't have a supply of water, it would take a few days for you to die. And if you don't have a supply of food, even longer. So air is more important than water, and water is more important than food. Now, what's interesting is that even though air is so important, it is easy to become accustomed to getting a source of impure air. Now, I was just reading a book called Christian Temperance and Bible Hygiene, which focuses on the principles of health for the human being. And I was talking about night air. Night air is interesting. Night air is important. It is as important as the air in the day. But some people believe because the air is colder at night that they should close their windows. But in fact, night air is very crucial. You should have air circulating into your lungs all day. Fresh, pure air. When you close the windows, when you shut yourself in a room without a pure air circulating in from the outside, you're creating a condition or an environment where the air becomes impure. And that impure air goes into your lungs and becomes impure inside of your body. I should say, your body becomes impure from the toxins in the air. And then you have to excrete them. You have to detoxify that air. Now, some people are suffering from coldness. Some people are suffering from a lack of warmth in their body, and they feel that they must close the window and heat up the house in order to be warm and healthy. But in fact, they should actually open the window and ensure that the house is not overheated. What is overheated? Overheated could be a stuffy, the room is stuffy, the room is warmer than what would be comfortable if it was daytime and you were in a healthy condition. So the better way to stay warm and to stay healthy if your body is suffering from a lack of warmth is to actually get on a routine of proper exercise daily, except for maybe the Sabbath day, and to Warm up by putting extra clothing on during the night or using blankets, and keep that fresh air circulating in. You see, for many, what has happened because they have lacked exercise, the circulation is actually very weak, and it has gone to the internal organs and away from the skin. And because the circulation is not flowing freely to the skin, then they feel more cold. It's actually just a feeling. What's happening is the blood is not in close to the surface of the skin. It's not circulating freely from a lack of exercise. Exercise brings the blood back from the internal organs to the limbs, to the arms and legs, to the skin. And because it's needed there now, because the muscles are being exerted, and a continual exercise keeps that healthy circulation going, and therefore keeps the individual from getting too cold.